It's unbelievable.
James,
it's unbelievable.
This is where you have failed humanity, you despicable human. This is why you need to acknowledge, James, that we need to get rid of the Electoral College.
But my favorite part of the Biden's State of the Union, I don't know if you watched any of it, did you?
Actually, I didn't.
Did you see it?
I saw the clips after
I
and
saw
stuff of such.
This man literally stood up there.
I was at a
and
comedy
said,
show, though. I want to make it very clear that that was something I definitely would have been watching otherwise.
This man literally stood up there and said, he looked out at the people and he goes, we all know the answer isn't to defund the police. The answer is to refund the police. It's like, dude, your party painted a mural on the street in New York that's like 300 yards that says defund the police. It was on your campaign website, one of the bullet points. Defund the police. At your first State of the Union, you completely 180 flip. Completely. Like,
now, James, you're so emotionally wired about this. And the reality is, what you miss is we can afford this now because we've saved so much money ignoring bullet point 2. We aren't refunding anybody's college forgiveness, so we got all this money around to fund the police.
How are those college grants going, those forgiveness grants?
The police.
Yeah, I was going to say, anyone out there that voted for Biden because he was going to forgive your college debt, how's that going for you? How's that going?
He's funding the police.
Yeah. No, don't worry. All the money's going to the police that you want to be reformed.
Also under Biden's administration, $50 million to Pakistan for gender study classes. Mm-hmm. But no, you do not get a stimulus check.
And again, sorry, this might be veering off too, but about Ukraine, I guess we can call it stimulus package that Biden just sent to Ukraine that could have funded every single restaurant that went out of business during COVID. Every single business could have gotten $150,000 in relief individually with the money that Biden just sent to Ukraine. $150,000.
Jesus.
All our taxpayers' money too. I'm sure as a taxpayer, I would happily know that's where my money was going, to the businesses that were affected by COVID.
Look at the Barstool Fund.
Happily.
The Barstool Fund. Dave Portnoy did more for the people than our own government.
100% he did. And you want to know, our government hated that he did that.
They hated it.
Our government hated that he did that.
You want to know why? Because we have an infant mortality rate in Detroit that's higher than Haiti. Mm-hmm. So it's all a distraction. Look at Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York. Pretty money. Now, the reality is it's also trash there. But if we keep it flashy enough and distracting enough, you're not going to look at the fact that Michigan still has poisonous water.
I mean, and I was in L.A., like 6-7 months ago? I don't
Homeless people there?
I don't even know where to start. You pull out of LAX. Pull out of LAX. Like, you would think, like, the mayor of Los Angeles, like the governor of California, they'd be like, listen, around LAX, like San Francisco International Airport, let's try and keep it nice. Come on, this is where all our tourists are coming through. You pull out of LAX now, there is homeless cities. And when I say cities, I'm talking about like
2-story,
3-story tents that people have built on the side of the road. Like, this is on the sidewalks right outside of LAX. It's jaw-dropping to see.
Can I piggyback off of that?
Jaw-dropping.
Dude, you know what should disgust you? We are now, it's been extended, going into year 3, James. Year 3, where landlords in California will not receive rent.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me?
What about New York? Do you know? I'm not sure.
You're telling me I still got to pay property tax, and I still have to feed my family, and you're not making the unworking bum pay me for the house they're in, and you've prevented my ability to evict them and put somebody in there that can?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That is so anti-American.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
California, dude.
I can't even get started. I never want to go back. And no,
But
the reason
we need to abolish the
not even that. The reason, and real quick, sorry. The reason I am passionate about California is too because my dad's always worked in the pharmaceutical industry. You know, big pharma. But I lived out there in 2003, 2004, 2005. I saw California back in the day. There was a homeless problem back in the day.
Oh yeah.
But now going there now. It's
another world.
It's another world now. Every single highway exit you get off of, the garbage. Like, I'm not even talking about the homeless problem because every highway exit, there's 2 or 3 people living on the highway exit. I'm not kidding. There's 2 or 3 people living on the highway exit, okay? Because it's a convenient place to ask for money. Not only the garbage. It is so disheartening to see the garbage there. Dude, it is just piled up. Just garbage and garbage. These $1 million homes, these 3-story penthouses, at the bottom, there's a person begging for money. Like, it's unbelievable.
James,
it's unbelievable.
This is where you have failed humanity. You despicable human. This is why you need to acknowledge, James, that we need to get rid of the Electoral College. Because if we don't allow the big states like California to dictate the decisions of us stupid swinging states on our swings, what are we going to do? Why are we even listening to the bum corn people in Ohio? Mm-hmm. Ohio. We need to listen to people with trash everywhere.
You know, and then you mean to tell me Gavin Newsom, that was the kicker for me. You're going to tell me this man got recalled and then got more votes
and lost to a black guy in California?
Got more votes and lost to a black
conservative.
But he was a conservative.
I'm sorry, something is believable about that. Dude, I'm sorry.
Then you tell me he got more votes than getting a recall.
Dude, California, California is transplant people. Like, dude, if you're in Ohio, it's more likely than not you're from people who are from Ohio. Yep, exactly. But if you're from...
No one's from California. No one's from California. No one.
So I'm sorry. The people
Very few and far between.
People that trail like a moth to the calling of California... Mm-hmm. Arguably the intelligence of a moth.
Yep.
Right? So I don't argue. I kind of believe it. I believe. Guess what?
But I will say to this.
Other states, he loses in California.
I know good people and bad people that have flocked to California. So I will say I will.
It's not indicative.
I will advocate for the good ones because I do know good ones. I do know good ones, but I also do know ones that it's like I'm moving to LA because I want to move to fucking LA. Like,
but let's agree.
It's like
that only emphasizes why you need to be an advocate for that. That's the case everywhere. That's why you're the ignorant one if you say all men are dumb, all black people are bad, all Ohio people are stupid. Mm-hmm. When you talk in universalities, you're the ignorant one. So this gets back to a conversation that I had with Steve on the last podcast. You can't talk in universalities. When I talk about Ukraine, I'm not talking about the people. When I talk about Iraq, Afghanistan, Russia, I'm not talking about the people. I am talking about the government who controls the people. So when I talk about the people of California, I'm talking about the politics of California. People in charge, the government. I'm not talking about a citizen. Mm-hmm. I could think you have a misguided vote, and I'd be more than happy to bring you on the podcast, have a discourse, maybe won't agree, maybe won't change my mind, but maybe develop my understanding a little bit better. I think we can all learn from each other. Mm-hmm. I don't want to silence you. I don't want your voice not to exist, mainly because I think my ideas will be yours, so I'm up for the challenge. But I am of the belief that I don't want to change California. The only thing I want is security, knowing that California can't change Ohio. Like, I want to be able to go to my place, be myself. I ain't going to change you, But the whole purpose of the Electoral College is to give places like Maryland, Delaware, Ohio
Amen.
security that this isn't going to be a battle between Texas and California dictating what the rest of us get to do. Because, again, if all these liberals go off about how, look at these crazy laws about Texas, well, that should only emphasize how I don't want Texas dictating my beliefs either. Like I'm more closely aligned to Texas than I am California, but I'm Ohio.
Yeah.
We're a swing state. We go both ways. We think.
Exactly.
I want to separate myself from that too. I want to be able to make the decision that's best and not the decision. So the point is, if we don't have an electoral college, it comes down to who outvotes who between Texas and California.
Yep.
I'm just saying, when I talk about California, just to your point about your friends, and I have friends there too, the reality is I'm not talking about the people of California. I am in some ways talking about an ideology that is held by most of the people, but I'm definitely willing to debate it with any of the people that hold those ideologies.
Yeah.
When I talk about California, though, I'm talking about the state laws that could be oftentimes crazy.
Catastrophic.
Thanks for checking out this clip taken from episode 72 of the Rethink Tank podcast out on YouTube now. If you want to check out the full episode, you can go to our YouTube channel. But if you want to check out the full episode and all the rest of our content, you can always go to our website at www.rethinktankpodcast.com. Again, guys, if we made you laugh, if we made you think, the best thing you can do to support this podcast is hit that share button. Otherwise, we would appreciate it if you clicked on over to check out the full episode. That way you could slide over into the comments and let us know your thoughts. We're all about that open discourse. But otherwise, guys, thanks for your time, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
We gotta preserve it.